What's up, y'all, and welcome to the HVAC Dope Show. Today's video is probably going to be the dopest video we have ever made. Now, if you are finding yourself Googling, why is my AC icing up, you're probably one of two people. Either you're a homeowner or a total HVAC noob. Just kidding, but seriously, no worries. This is a very common problem, which is why we've made an entire video about it, so you can figure out how to fix your AC, shake off that ice, and get back to enjoying a nice, comfortable home.
Yeah, that sounds pretty sweet to me.
Before we get started, if you haven't already, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to our channel so that we can keep bringing you updated content to keep you comfy year-round. So what exactly causes an air conditioning to ice up? Does it have too much refrigerant, not enough refrigerant, a bad flux capacitor? The short answer is probably none of those things. So before you start throwing parts at the situation and trying to repair it, you should start with some basic fixes, some 101 stuff that you can look at that will stop your AC from icing up. And we're going to start with the most common one, and the most common causes of air conditioning is actually all related to airflow. And in case you are unfamiliar with how air conditioning works, we're going to give you a basic breakdown of thermodynamics in 30 seconds or less. Now, what is thermodynamics? Great question. Thermodynamics, in short, is heat transfer by state change. And what this means is that when a substance changes from a liquid to a gas or gas to solid, there is a transfer of heat in or out of that substance, causing it to change state. So in layman's terms, if your water gets super cold, bro, it's going to turn to ice. That's right. Ice is just frozen water. 30 seconds or less. Boom. Now, if you're still confused, don't worry, I'll break it down for you more. But my point is that what is happening in a refrigeration circuit is that your air conditioner is not actually just blowing cold air, but instead what it's doing is absorbing heat into the refrigerant and then sending that hot refrigerant outside to the condenser to remove the heat from your home through the liquid refrigerant that is inside your air conditioning system. And the point in me bringing all of this up is that if you do not have enough airflow, what happens is your refrigerant cannot absorb enough heat and therefore causes condensation coming off of the coil inside your living space to ice over your system because water freezes. So that being said, let's take a look at the number one reason why your AC is icing up, and that's right, a dirty filter. Now, some of you watching this video right now will stop and run and go check your filter because you're like, oh yeah, my wife will kill me when she realizes I haven't changed the filter in 6 years. And you would probably be right in doing so because this is literally the most common cause of issues. And anytime you call our office in the summer, the first thing we will ask you is, have you changed your air filter? And although this might sound super simple and like there's no way your filter could be the problem, if your indoor air coil is not getting enough airflow, what's going to happen is it will do exactly what we just talked about, and the temperature will drop below freezing, causing your air conditioner to turn into a brick of ice. So go check your air filter is number one. Number two, and that is a dirty condenser, aka the box that sits outside your house, and it's the thing that most people think about when they think about an air conditioner. It's the box that sits outside. And the way to tell if your condenser is dirty is just by going over, looking at it, looking at the outside and the coils, because what can happen is pollen, dirt, dog hair, leaves, etc. They can clog the side of the condenser, which again reduces airflow, affecting your temperatures and pressures so that the system can't properly transfer heat from your refrigerant and from your home. And this will also cause the system to ice up. So in short, go outside, check your condenser, and make sure it is clean. And if it does need to be cleaned, the simple way to clean it is by holding a garden hose at normal pressure. Whatever you do, do not use a pressure washer, as this will damage the AC. Just a normal garden hose with a regular nozzle, and spray off all the dirt and filth that's clogging the outside of your condenser. And even if it looks clean, it could be dirty. And number three is make sure all of your vents are open. Now, one of the most common causes of systems icing up is when a customer is faced with a system where it's uncomfortable upstairs, and they get the bright idea to go shut all of the vents in the home except for the 2 vents in that room that they are trying to divert air to. And this is a big fat no-no, because what this is essentially doing is the same thing as a dirty filter, and it's restricting airflow so the refrigerant inside your system cannot absorb enough heat and therefore causes the entire system to ice up. And the remedy is to open up all of the vents in the house, and I mean all of them. Yes, even the ones in the basement. And if you absolutely must close 1 or 2 vents, okay, whatever, we'll let it slide. But your system was designed to have all the vents open when it is running. And if you're saying, yeah, but Howard, now it's going to be cold downstairs and hot upstairs, I understand, and I have a solution for you too. So stay tuned, because we're going to fix that issue for you as well. The way that you fix this is by simply setting your thermostat to the fan on mode, meaning that it's running constantly instead of intermittently like it does when it's running in fan auto mode. Now, you may be thinking that this is going to jack up your energy bill from the fan running constantly, but that is not the case, as your fan does not consume as much energy as you think and is actually quite efficient. The fan running will, however, solve a very important problem, and that is that when the thermostat has satisfied temperature on the main level, it may still be hot in other parts of the home, and by having that air circulate constantly, even when the air conditioner shuts off and has satisfied temperature in the home, what it does is it will continue to circulate air through the home, which will give you a more even temperature distribution through all of the rooms. And if suddenly you find your home is now comfortable, you're welcome. Now, please subscribe and make sure you smash that like button if you haven't done so already. And the fourth and final thing, if it's still not fixed, that I'm going to touch on is something to consider if you have had a chronic icing issue or chronic icing problems and your system has never kept up and always iced over on the hottest days, even with a clean filter, all the vents open, and a clean condenser outside. Then you very well may have a system that is too big for the house and or too big for the ductwork. And sometimes people think that bigger is better, but when it comes to air conditioning sizing, that is not the case. When you're sizing your air conditioner, you want Goldilocks status, and that means just right. Too small and it won't keep up, and if it's too big, it will ice up and therefore not cool properly, which is why you are stuck with an iced over AC. And although there are several other items that can cause your system to ice up, we're not going to touch on those in this video, only briefly, because those are items that an HVAC technician will be able to diagnose, and those require special tools, and these are conditions such as refrigerant overcharge or refrigerant undercharge or a restriction in the line set. And if you don't have the proper refrigeration tools to be able to diagnose it, it's not worth going over here in this video, which is why you should have a seasoned technician come out to your house to look at the system. It can also be something like a bad contactor or a capacitor. But again, if your fan and your compressor are running and it's turning on, then it's definitely not those things. So don't start just changing out parts trying to fix the problem, and get a professional to diagnose it at your home. And if your vents are all open and the first 3 items we discussed are all addressed, meaning go check your filter, go clean your condenser, then what may be left is to have a professional come out to your house and diagnose it. And if your system is brand new and it is icing up, it can be something as simple as an oversized system or not enough airflow, which would require some ductwork modifications, in which case you just need to put in the right size system or modify the ductwork that can handle that. And after that, your system should be working as designed. So hopefully you found this information helpful, and hopefully it was just as simple as a dirty filter or some closed vents. And if you are still in need of assistance and happen to live in the Denver metro area, give us a call, because remember, the B Heat and AC is the only company in Denver that comes out for free for all first-time customers. So we can tell you exactly what is causing your system to ice up. And if you've never used us before, the service call is on us. And you're welcome. And lastly, if you found this information helpful, please smash that like button and subscribe to our channel so we can continue bringing you more dope videos. That's it. Keeping it dope here on the HVAC Dope Show. Signing off. Do you live or know someone who lives in the Denver metro area that needs heating or air conditioning services? Tell them that Be Heat and AC is the company to call because we are the only company that comes out for free for all first-time customers. And if you want a second opinion for any of our advice, we send out the competition at our expense. We pay their service call up to $69. That's right, we pay their service call for you to get a second opinion. And if you enjoyed the content in this video, please guys, for the algorithm, like this video, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to our channel so that we can keep bringing you daily and weekly HVAC content that's pertinent for you so you can have a more comfortable, fulfilling life.